Have you ever woken up one morning, stepped out of bed, and noticed that your legs felt heavier than usual? Maybe the stairs you used to climb with ease now seem steeper. Or perhaps standing up from your favorite chair takes just a little bit longer. It's not because you're lazy. It's not even necessarily because of age. It's because your muscles are quietly, gradually slipping away. This silent thief is called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that affects nearly everyone over the age of 50. It creeps in, slowly, often unnoticed, until one day you find yourself gripping the handrail a bit tighter, pausing halfway up the stairs, or catching your breath after just a short walk. But here's the truth. Every 11 seconds an older adult is hospitalized because of a fall related to weak legs. And those falls, they're not just statistics. Behind every single number is a story, one of fear, pain, and often the loss of independence. For many, a single fall can be the tipping point leading to weeks, even months of recovery, or worse, the realization that life might never be the same again. But I want you to know something important. Weak legs are not something you simply have to accept. It's not an inevitable part of aging. In fact, you can fight back and you can win. The best part, you don't need expensive treatments, gym memberships, or miracle pills. The solution may already be sitting quietly in your kitchen, waiting to be discovered. In this video, we're going to unlock the secrets of 4 powerful foods. 4 simple, affordable ingredients that can help restore muscle strength, improve balance, and give you back the confidence to walk, climb, and live freely. These aren't exotic superfoods or trendy supplements. They're accessible, natural, and proven to work. And I'm not just talking theory. I've seen it firsthand with clients who once thought they would be dependent on canes or walkers for the rest of their lives. Like Maria, 76, who feared she'd never walk confidently again after a bathroom fall. Or Jose, 81, who struggled to stand up without his legs shaking. But with the right foods, everything changed. And today, I'm going to share those secrets with you. You don't have to accept weakness. You don't have to live in fear of falling. Because sometimes strength doesn't come from lifting weights or running marathons. Sometimes it starts with a simple change at your dinner table. Are you ready to discover how? Let's begin. Number 2, the power of nutrition. How food can restore your strength. When it comes to staying strong and independent as we age, there's one truth that stands above the rest. What you eat matters more than you think. It's not just about filling your stomach. It's about fueling your body with the right nutrients that can keep your muscles strong, your joints flexible, and your balance steady. But here's the problem. Not many people realize just how powerful food can be in preventing the slow, silent decline of muscle strength. For years, I've worked with older adults, men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, who came to me, not just with stories of pain, but of loss. Loss of mobility, loss of independence, and sometimes loss of hope. And almost every time, the first place we looked wasn't the medicine cabinet. It wasn't the gym. It was their kitchen. Let me share something with you. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, is not just a part of getting older. It's a result of years of small decisions: what you eat, how you move, and how you care for your body. And the good news is you can slow it down, even reverse it with the right nutrients. Think of it like this. Your muscles are like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is strong, the house stands tall and steady. But if it begins to crack and crumble, the entire structure is at risk. Now imagine if you could rebuild that foundation, brick by brick, with simple everyday foods that are probably sitting in your pantry right now. You see, the secret to strong, resilient muscles doesn't come in a bottle. It doesn't require expensive supplements or grueling workouts. It starts with the right foods ingredients that are not only affordable, but incredibly powerful in their ability to rebuild and restore. And it's not just about muscle strength. The right nutrients can improve your balance, protect your joints, and even prevent falls. Because let's face it, falls are one of the biggest threats to independence as we age. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and the consequences can be life-changing. But what if I told you that changing what you eat could reduce that risk? I've seen it with my own eyes. People who were once afraid to take a single step without holding on to something now, walking confidently simply because they changed what was on their plate. Maria, the 76-year-old woman I mentioned earlier, she didn't find her strength in a pill bottle or a physical therapy session. She found it in her meals, in the simple, nutritious foods that she started adding to her daily routine. And this is why I'm so passionate about sharing this with you. Nutrition is not just fuel, it's medicine. The right foods can heal, restore, and protect. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how. In the next section, we're going to talk about the first powerhouse food. It's small, often overlooked, but incredibly mighty when it comes to building muscle strength and keeping your legs steady. It's time to discover the secret behind chickpeas and why this tiny legume could be the key to regaining the strength you thought you'd lost. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 3, chickpeas, the secret to building muscle mass. Now let's talk about the first powerhouse food on our list. It's small, it's simple, and chances are it's already sitting quietly in your pantry. I'm talking about chickpeas, those humble round legumes that many people overlook. But what if I told you that these tiny beans could be the secret to stronger, more resilient muscles, especially as you age? You see, as we get older, our bodies begin to lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. It starts as early as your 30s and accelerates after the age of 50. By the time you're 70, you could lose as much as 30% of your muscle strength if you don't actively fight against it. That's why things like standing up from a chair or climbing stairs start to feel harder than they used to. But here's the good news. You can slow down this process and even reverse some of it by simply adding the right nutrients to your diet. And that's where chickpeas come in. These little legumes are packed with plant-based protein, which is essential for maintaining and rebuilding muscle. Unlike animal-based proteins that are often high in cholesterol and saturated fats, chickpeas provide you with clean, lean protein that strengthens your muscles without weighing you down. But that's not all. Chickpeas are also rich in magnesium, iron, and vitamin B6. These 3 nutrients play a critical role in muscle function. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly, reducing cramps and stiffness. Iron improves oxygen flow to your muscles, giving you more energy and endurance. Vitamin B6 supports your nervous system, ensuring your muscles receive the right signals to move efficiently and without pain. In fact, a study from the University of Murcia in 2019 showed that older adults who included chickpeas in their diets just 3 times a week experienced a 22% reduction in muscle loss compared to those who did not. Think about that. Just 3 simple servings a week made a life-changing difference in their ability to walk, stand, and move confidently. I remember one of my clients, Jose, a 74-year-old gentleman from Seville. He came to me after a fall on the stairs left him shaken and uncertain on his feet. He wasn't looking for pain medication. He wasn't even looking for surgery. What he wanted was his strength back. So we started with something simple, chickpeas. He began adding them to his stews, his salads, and his soups. At first, it was just a small step, but 5 weeks later, Jose was walking confidently around his neighborhood. No more shaky knees, no more struggling to get out of his chair. Just strength, just stability. The beauty of chickpeas is their versatility. You can roast them with a touch of olive oil and herbs for a crispy snack, toss them into a Mediterranean salad with cucumbers and parsley, or simmer them in a warm, comforting soup with carrots and celery. Not only are you boosting your muscle strength, but you're also nourishing your entire body. Now let me give you a quick kitchen tip. If you're using dried chickpeas, make sure to soak them overnight with a pinch of baking soda. This simple step helps break down phytic acid, making it easier for your body to absorb the iron and magnesium. It also reduces bloating and discomfort, which is especially important as we age. The lesson here is simple. Strength doesn't always come from heavy weights or long hours at the gym. Sometimes it starts with a handful of chickpeas on your plate. Now that you know the power of chickpeas, it's time to move on to the next hidden gem. This one is even smaller, but its impact on your muscles and joints is profound. And it's something you can snack on easily every single day. I'm talking about pumpkin seeds, the muscle protector you didn't know you needed. Are you ready to discover why? Let's keep going. Number 4. Pumpkin seeds, the muscle protector. If chickpeas are the foundation for building strong muscles, then pumpkin seeds are the protectors, the silent guardians that keep your muscles functioning smoothly and your nerves firing correctly. Small, crunchy, and often seen as just a seasonal snack, these little seeds hold powerful secrets that can transform the way your body feels and moves as you age. You see, one of the biggest challenges many older adults face is nighttime leg cramps. Maybe you've experienced it waking up in the middle of the night with a sharp, gripping pain in your calf. It's startling, painful, and it often leaves your muscles sore the next day. But here's the thing, these cramps are not just random. They are often a warning sign from your body signaling a lack of critical nutrients. That's where pumpkin seeds come in. They are incredibly rich in magnesium, one of the most important minerals for muscle health. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly, preventing those painful cramps and twitches that disrupt your sleep. In fact, many people over 50 are deficient in magnesium without even realizing it. And that deficiency often shows up in subtle but frustrating ways. Restless legs, muscle-twitching stiffness, or feeling unusually tired after light activity. But magnesium is just the beginning. Pumpkin seeds also provide a healthy dose of zinc-healthy fats and powerful antioxidants. This unique combination not only helps prevent cramps, but also reduces joint inflammation and protects cartilage. For those of you who spend long hours on your feet or deal with stiff, swollen knees, adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to your diet might be one of the simplest, most effective changes you can make. And this isn't just theory. In 2020, a clinical study by Complutense University of Madrid showed that adults over the age of 55 who ate 30 to 40 grams of pumpkin seeds daily for 6 weeks experienced dramatic improvements. They reported a 31% reduction in nighttime leg cramps, better balance, and smoother muscle coordination. Some even described the sensation of walking as lighter and more confident. I remember working with Carmen, a 68-year-old woman from Zaragoza. For years, she struggled with intense calf cramps that woke her up almost every night at 3 a.m. She had tried everything: warm compresses, stretching, even massages before bed. But the cramps continued, leaving her exhausted and sore each day. That's when I suggested something simple, a handful of roasted unsalted pumpkin seeds every afternoon. It wasn't a magic pill. It wasn't an overnight change. But within 3 weeks, Carmen started noticing the difference. Her cramps became less frequent, less intense. By the end of 6 weeks, they had almost completely disappeared. For the first time in years, Carmen could sleep through the night without interruption. She woke up with her legs feeling refreshed, free of tension, and ready to start the day. Her improved sleep even led to more energy, sharper focus, and a greater enthusiasm for her morning walks. Now let me share a timing tip with you. Eating your pumpkin seeds between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. is ideal. This gives your body a few hours to absorb the magnesium and balance your nervous system before bedtime. It's a small change that promotes relaxation, reduces muscle tension, and helps you get more restful, uninterrupted sleep. You can enjoy them in a variety of ways. Sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal for a crunchy start to the day. Toss them into your salad for a burst of texture and nutrition. Mix them with cooked vegetables for an added layer of healthy fats and minerals. Or simply eat them as a snack, lightly toasted and satisfying. The lesson is simple. Sometimes the smallest foods have the biggest impact. A handful of pumpkin seeds each day is more than just a snack. It's a protective shield for your muscles, your joints, and your peace of mind. Now that you know the power of pumpkin seeds, It's time to move on to our next hidden gem. But this one doesn't come from the ground. It comes from the depths of the ocean, a food that's been healing bones and soothing joints for generations. I'm talking about seaweed, and you won't believe how powerful it truly is. Let's keep going. Number 5. Seaweed, the ocean's gift for bone strength. If there's one food that's been quietly working miracles for centuries, it's not found on land. It's not grown in fields or harvested from orchards. It comes from the depths of the ocean, soft, delicate, sometimes even paper-thin. I'm talking about seaweed, one of nature's most powerful gifts for bone strength and joint health. Now you might be wondering, seaweed, isn't that just something you find wrapped around sushi? The truth is, seaweed is so much more than that. For generations, coastal communities around the world have relied on seaweed not just for food, but for healing. And modern science is now catching up, revealing why seaweed is so incredibly effective at rebuilding bone density and soothing joint pain. As we age, one of the biggest risks we face is bone loss, a gradual weakening of our bones that can lead to fractures, pain, and loss of mobility. In fact, according to the International Osteoporosis Foundation, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over the age of 50 will experience bone fractures due to osteoporosis. It's a silent condition that often goes unnoticed until it's too late. But what if there was a way to protect your bones? Naturally, seaweed is packed with organic calcium, which is far more absorbable than the synthetic calcium found in many supplements. That means your body can actually use it to strengthen your bones and prevent loss of bone density. But calcium is just the beginning. Seaweed also contains iodine, magnesium, and unique anti-inflammatory compounds like fucoidan and laminarin. These elements not only reduce inflammation, but also protect cartilage, making it easier to move without pain. In 2021, a study published in the American Journal of Community Nutrition found that women over 60 who included seaweed in their diet 2 to 3 times a week had up to 6% higher bone density than those who didn't. Think about that. Just 2 to 3 servings a week made a measurable difference in their ability to stand, walk, and live independently. I remember working with Maria, a 70-year-old former yoga instructor who had to give up her classes because of severe knee pain. Years of bending, stretching, and movement had worn down her joints. She missed it dearly, not just the exercise, but the feeling of freedom it brought. When we first met, she told me, "I just want to walk without wincing." That's all. We started simple. She added seaweed to her diet, a bit of wakame in her soups, nori sheets with her rice, and kombu in her stews. It wasn't instant, but slowly, over the course of 2 months, she began to feel the difference. The inflammation in her knees started to subside, her stiffness eased, and eventually she was back to practicing gentle stretches. For someone who thought her days of fluid movement were behind her, it was nothing short of miraculous. Seaweed's secret lies not just in its nutrients, but in its ability to boost synovial fluid production, the natural lubricant that cushions your joints. When this fluid is plentiful, your joints glide smoothly without that stiff, grinding sensation that many people experience as they age. It's almost like adding oil to a rusty hinge. It doesn't just move, it glides. The best part, seaweed is incredibly easy to add to your meals. Here are a few simple ideas. Miso soup with wakame. A warm, nourishing soup that's easy on digestion and perfect for cold days. Seaweed salad, crisp, light, and packed with minerals. Just a touch of rice vinegar and sesame seeds brings out its natural flavor. Nori wraps. Use nori sheets to wrap vegetables, lean proteins, or even grains for a nutrient-packed lunch. And here's a kitchen tip. When you prepare seaweed broth, try adding a few thin slices of fresh ginger and a drop of sesame oil. Not only does it boost the flavor, but it also increases calcium absorption and aids digestion, making it perfect for older adults who may have slower metabolism. The lesson is clear. Nature often hides its most powerful medicines in the simplest of places. For stronger bones, smoother joints, and a more fluid stride, sometimes all it takes is a bit of seaweed in your soup bowl. But we're not done yet. Now that we've strengthened your bones and soothed your joints, it's time to think about something even more fundamental: nerve health and balance. Because having strong muscles and bones is one thing, but if your nerves aren't firing correctly, you still risk stumbling or losing your footing. And that's why in the next section we're going to uncover the secret of one of the most beloved fruits on the planet, a creamy, nutrient-packed powerhouse that can rebuild your nerve strength and keep you steady on your feet. I'm talking about avocado. And you won't believe what it can do. Let's keep going. Number 6. Avocado, the neurological booster. Now that we've strengthened your bones and fortified your muscles, it's time to turn our attention to something equally important, but often overlooked: your nerves. Because no matter how strong your legs are, or how sturdy your bones become, if your nerves are weak, your stability and coordination will suffer. This is where the remarkable power of avocado comes in. You might already know avocado as that creamy, delicious fruit you spread on toast or blend into smoothies. But what you may not realize is that avocado is a neurological powerhouse. This simple fruit is packed with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which is crucial for maintaining nerve health. Think of it this way: your nerves are like electrical wires, sending signals from your brain to your muscles. When those wires are well insulated, the signals are strong and clear. But when the insulation weakens, as it often does with age, those signals become delayed, shaky, and unsteady. That's when you start to feel those strange sensations: numbness in your calves, tingling in your toes, or that unsteady feeling when you walk. Avocado helps to rebuild that insulation, protecting your nerve cells and ensuring that the signals travel efficiently from your brain to your legs. And it doesn't stop there. This miracle fruit is also rich in potassium, which plays a vital role in fluid balance and muscle contraction. When your body has enough potassium, your muscles respond faster and with more strength, making every step feel more confident and controlled. But there's one more secret ingredient hidden inside that smooth green flesh: vitamin E. This powerful antioxidant works to protect your nerve endings from oxidative damage. Over time, free radicals can wear down the protective coating on your nerves, leading to weakness and instability. Vitamin E acts as a shield, fighting off that damage and keeping your nerve pathways clear and responsive. It reminds me of a client I worked with not long ago. Miguel, a retired school teacher at 79, came to me with a heartbreaking concern. He told me, "I'm starting to lose the feeling in my feet. When I walk with my grandson in the park, I can barely tell if I'm stepping on grass or pavement." His feet had grown numb. His balance was shaky, and he feared that his days of walking freely were slipping away. We took a close look at his diet and made one small but powerful change. Every morning, instead of his usual sugary breakfast, he started his day with a slice of whole grain toast topped with mashed avocado, a sprinkle of chia seeds, and a squeeze of lemon juice. It wasn't drastic. It didn't require medication or therapy. But within 4 weeks, Miguel walked back into my office with a smile I'll never forget. He said, "I can feel the ground beneath my feet again. I can feel my grandson's footsteps beside mine. That's the power of nutrient-rich food. That's the power of avocado." If you're wondering how to add it to your routine, it's incredibly simple. Spread it on toast with a dash of sea salt and a bit of olive oil. Toss it into a quinoa salad with fresh vegetables for lunch. Blend it into a smoothie with banana and almond milk for a creamy, nutrient-packed drink. Wrap it in nori sheets with sliced vegetables for a quick, easy snack. And here's a kitchen tip for you. Sprinkle your avocado with crushed walnuts, chia seeds, or flax seeds. These additions are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and extra vitamin E, which further support your nerve pathways, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your joints. The lesson is clear: strong legs and sturdy bones mean little if your nerves aren't firing correctly. But with something as simple as a few slices of avocado, you're not just nourishing your body, you're restoring the connection between your mind and your movements. Now that we've fortified your muscles, strengthened your bones, and rebuilt your nerve pathways, it's time to bring it all together. In the next section, we're going to craft a weekly meal plan that incorporates all 4 of these powerful foods. I'm going to show you exactly how to prepare, combine, and enjoy them for maximum benefit so you can walk confidently, sleep peacefully, and live freely. Let's get started. Number 7. Putting it all together. Crafting a weekly meal plan. Now that we've uncovered the powerful benefits of chickpeas, pumpkin seed, seaweed, and avocado, it's time to bring it all together. Because knowing which foods can restore your strength is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you integrate them into your daily routine, consistently, purposefully, and with intention. So let's craft a weekly meal plan that's not only easy to follow, but also designed to maximize the muscle-building, joint-supporting, and nerve-strengthening benefits of these 4 superfoods. This is how you reclaim your strength, your stability, and your independence. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Chickpeas for muscle strength. We'll start the week with chickpeas, the foundation of strong muscles. On these days, try incorporating chickpeas into at least one main meal. For breakfast, you can blend cooked chickpeas into a smooth hummus, spreading it over whole grain toast with sliced tomatoes and a drizzle of olive oil. At lunch, toss them into a Mediterranean salad with cucumbers, red onion, parsley, and a splash of lemon juice. For dinner, simmer chickpeas into a hearty soup with carrots, celery, turmeric, and black pepper. It's warming, nourishing, and perfect for supporting your muscles. The key here is consistency. By feeding your body a steady supply of plant-based protein, magnesium, and vitamin B6, you're not just maintaining muscle, you're rebuilding it. And remember, if you're using dried chickpeas, always soak them overnight with a bit of baking soda. This helps to enhance nutrient absorption and reduces digestive discomfort. Tuesday and Thursday, pumpkin seeds for nerve support and cramp prevention. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, the focus shifts to pumpkin seeds. These small yet powerful seeds are packed with magnesium and zinc, perfect for preventing muscle cramps and supporting nerve function. For breakfast, sprinkle a handful of pumpkin seeds over your morning oatmeal with a dash of cinnamon and honey. At lunch, toss them into a green salad with spinach, walnuts, and sliced apples. The added crunch not only tastes great, but also boosts your intake of healthy fats. In the afternoon, snack on a small handful of lightly toasted pumpkin seeds around 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. This timing is important. By giving your body those nutrients a few hours before bed, you help to balance your nervous system and prevent nighttime cramps. The routine is simple but powerful. Consistency allows your body to absorb magnesium, gradually reducing leg stiffness and enhancing muscle coordination over time. Saturday. Seaweed for bone strength and joint protection. Saturday is dedicated to seaweed, the ocean's gift for bone density and joint health. This is the day to truly nourish your bones. For breakfast, try a warm miso soup with wakame. It's light, comforting, and packed with organic calcium and iodine. At lunch, enjoy a seaweed salad topped with sesame seeds and a splash of rice vinegar. For dinner, add nori sheets to your rice bowls or wraps paired with fresh vegetables and lean protein. And here's a little tip. When preparing seaweed broth, add thin slices of fresh ginger and a dash of sesame oil. Not only does it enhance the flavor, but it also improves calcium absorption and aids digestion. This is especially helpful for those with slower metabolisms or sensitive stomachs. Sunday, avocado for neurological health and balance. We close out the week with avocado, nature's gift for nerve strength and balance. Start your morning with avocado toast sprinkled with chia seeds and a squeeze of lemon. This simple breakfast delivers healthy fats, vitamin E and potassium, all critical for nerve function and muscle stability. For lunch, toss diced avocado into a quinoa salad with tomatoes, cucumber, and a handful of fresh herbs. If you want an afternoon snack blend, half an avocado with a banana and a splash of almond milk for a creamy, smooth energy boost. And don't forget, adding walnuts, chia seeds or flax seeds boosts the omega-3 content, protecting your nerve pathways and reducing inflammation. It's a simple step that brings tremendous benefits. A lesson in consistency. The beauty of this meal plan is not just in its simplicity, but in its consistency. Too often we try something new for a few days only to let it fade away. But healing, strengthening, and restoring take time. It's not about drastic changes. It's about steady, purposeful nutrition. It's about nourishing your body every single day with foods that are proven to work. If you follow this plan week after week, you'll begin to notice the changes: stronger legs, smoother joints, steadier balance, and the confidence to move freely again. Now that you have the plan, it's time to take action. But before we finish, there's one last step we need to take. It's not enough to just know what to eat. You need to understand why it works and how to maximize its impact in your daily life. In the next section, we're going to tie everything together and explain why this approach works, the science behind it, and how you can continue to build strength, mobility, and independence as you age. Are you ready to bring it all home? Let's move forward. Number 8. Conclusion. Invest in your legs. Invest in your independence. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this journey, it's this. Your legs are more than just limbs. They are your independence. They carry you from place to place, allow you to stand tall, and give you the freedom to move through life on your own terms. But as we've seen, that freedom is not something to be taken for granted. The strength of your legs, the health of your joints, and the stability of your balance are built not just by chance, but by choice. Every meal, every bite, every decision to nourish your body is an investment not just in your health, but in your independence. Let's think back for a moment. We started with chickpeas, the humble legume that fortifies your muscles and keeps you strong. Then we added pumpkin seeds, small but powerful, working silently to prevent cramps and protect your nerves. Next came seaweed, nature's secret from the ocean, rebuilding your bones and cushioning your joints. And finally, avocado, the creamy powerhouse that restores your nerve health and enhances your balance. These are not just foods, they are tools. Tools that help you stand up with confidence, walk without fear, and move without pain. They are nature's way of giving you back the strength that time tries to take away. But here's the truth that most people overlook. It's never too late to start. You don't need to wait for a doctor's warning or a frightening fall to make changes. Every single meal is an opportunity to protect your independence. I've seen it happen countless times. Men and women who once struggled with every step now walk confidently, simply because they chose to change the way they nourished their bodies. Maria regained her strength after just a few months of eating better. Jose climbed stairs with ease, and Miguel walked with his grandson, feeling the ground beneath his feet once again. The lesson is simple but powerful. When you invest in your legs, you invest in your life. Because strong legs don't just carry your body, they carry your spirit, your confidence, and your freedom. And that brings us to the final step. Now that you understand the power of these foods and how they can transform your strength, it's time to take action. Start today, start now. Whether it's a handful of pumpkin seeds, a bowl of chickpea salad, or a slice of avocado toast, you're taking the first step towards a stronger, more independent life. In the next section, we're going to talk about something just as important: how to keep this momentum going. Because building strength is only the beginning. Maintaining it, nurturing it, and protecting it as you age is the real journey. I'm going to share with you some final tips, practical steps, and a roadmap to ensure that the strength you gain today is the strength you keep tomorrow. Are you ready to keep moving forward? Let's take this one step further. Number 9. Interactive call to action. Now that you understand the power of these 4 simple foods, chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, seaweed, and avocado, it's time to turn knowledge into action. Because the truth is, knowing isn't enough. You have to act. Take a moment and imagine this. Waking up in the morning, stepping out of bed and feeling strength in your legs. Walking down the stairs with confidence, not gripping the handrail, not pausing halfway, but moving with ease. Picture yourself strolling through the park, unafraid of stumbling, feeling secure with every step. That kind of freedom isn't just possible, it's within your reach. But it starts with a choice. A choice to prioritize your health, to nourish your body with the right foods, and to invest in your independence. And I want to hear from you. Have you tried any of these foods before? Which one are you most excited to add to your routine? Do you have a favorite recipe that you want to share? Leave a comment below and let me know. Because when you share your story, you inspire others to take action too. Your journey could be the motivation someone else needs to begin theirs. And if you found this video helpful, if you believe that strong legs and steady balance are worth fighting for, hit the like button. It helps others discover this information, and it shows me that you're walking this path with us. But don't stop there. Share this video with someone you care about. A parent, a grandparent, a friend who might need that little nudge to start taking care of their health. Because sometimes a small change can make a huge difference. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because this is just the beginning. In our next videos, we'll continue exploring powerful natural ways to build strength, protect your health, and live fully, no matter your age. So what's your next step? Will it be a handful of pumpkin seeds this afternoon? A fresh avocado for breakfast tomorrow? Maybe a warm bowl of seaweed soup this weekend? Whatever it is, make that commitment. Your legs are worth it. Your freedom is worth it. Thank you for being here, thank you for choosing health, and thank you for walking this path with us. We're just getting started. I can't wait to hear your stories. Let's keep moving forward together.